Want a mining job? Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today we're just going to have a quick chat about where the entry-level jobs are and how I know that they are there. The best advice I ever got back in the day was to go where the employers have got no choice but to hire new starters and try and give them what they want. So how can you work out where employers are having to hire new starters? That's pretty simple in the mining industry. It's where the money's going up. So all these areas of the industry like gold, which got a pretty high price of $2,400, so most mines are making $1,000 an ounce on that price. And nickel, when you convert that, that's in US dollars, so if you convert that into Australian dollars, that's well over 26,500 Australian dollars a tonne, which is huge money. And the reason that it's going on is because of BHP with Nickel West to supply Tesla, because the lithium batteries, they not only need lithium but they need a fair bit of nickel as well. And the reason that you know that they're taking on a lot of new starters is all these articles about skill shortages. And the skill shortages, when people think about it, they normally think about the trade and degree jobs, but what they're really missing out on here is enough people to drive these trucks. That's what they're really after. And Westgold's got the same problem. They've had the same thing with one of their mines. They haven't been able to staff their mill or their underground, unfortunately, and that's blown out their costs. So that's another reason why they're trying to get a lot of people into the industry quickly is because the higher the turnover of new starters, the more the costs go up, unfortunately. If you go on to Seek and type underground in, you'll see lots of these jobs come up, and they're pretty much everywhere and all around the country. Now, a lot of these jobs ads, they'll ask for experience. The reason that they do that is so the HR departments don't get flogged with thousands and thousands of applications. Every now and then you'll see an entry-level job in the underground side of things, but just be aware that those jobs sometimes only last for a couple of days. Burncut put one on a couple of weeks ago. It was down within 48 hours because they just got so many responses to it. So a good tip is that even though it's asking for experience, if you've done something like the sponsors training, like the intro to underground mining, the DIY or the work ready, and you know how their mine works, then it's definitely worth applying for these sort of jobs, because if you can talk to the employers about how their hard rock underground mine works, then you've got something to offer them. Now, a lot of these companies, they will get a few experienced people apply for these jobs, but the rest will be inexperienced, and they might get 50 to 100 resumes come in on these sort of jobs. So all they do is they look on those people as being keen, and they normally pick from those people. And that's how they've traditionally done it in the past to try and stop themselves getting flooded with emails. When they used to advertise in the West Australian, when they'd put a full-page crew ad in and ask for entry-level people, one of the big companies back in the day, I think it was before 2000, did that, and they just got swamped with resumes. They got over 10,000 resumes, which was just a huge amount, and less than 200 people had experience. Now, they wanted 4 full crews, and they were reopening a mine, but still, where do you start with the other 9,000 people that don't have any experience? And that's where you go from there. If you've got no experience, then you need to put whatever you think is going to get you the job on the front page of your resume. Now, the other area, if you don't want to go underground, is exploration, so drillers, offsiders and fieldies. There's a lot of jobs going around, as you can see. Again, they'll ask for experience, but that's pretty thin on the ground with exploration roles at the moment, and the money's going up. So where the money's not going up is in construction jobs. That's leveled out, and shutdown work. So I've seen a lot of jobs for the last 6 months in shutdown work. The range has gone from $70 to $90 an hour down to $38 to $55 an hour for the trades and the riggers and the TAs. If they're putting out adverts and they're only asking for $38 to $55 an hour, then that means that they're getting people at that rate. If the money's going down, there's too many people. If the money's going sideways, there's enough experienced people, and if they train a few inexperienced people when they can, using traineeships to try and keep the money down, they do. Where the money's going up in the industry, that's where your opportunity is. And like I said, at the moment, it's in hard rock underground, and you can see all those jobs on Seek there, and it's in exploration. And those are the two places that I'd be looking if I was a new starter. When you've got employers that absolutely have to fill the jobs because they've got no choice, that's where you've got your best chance of getting in. Where you've got to know somebody because, you know, jobs are tight, that's not where you're going to get in, because you've got to know somebody, and there's a great big line for those jobs. You've got to go where the employers are under the pump and they've got to hire. So I hope you found that information helpful. You know, it's all about chasing down the job and trying to give the employers what they want. So if you could hit the subscribe button and like the channel and share this information around, that'd be great. Thanks.